There was a request for a video on limiting reagent review, so that's what this is. Limiting reagents, also sometimes called limiting reactants, are simply our looking at a couple given quantities to figure out which one of our reactants is going to get consumed first. To determine what gets consumed first, we're going to look at our mole ratios of just the reactants. So here are our products. We don't even care. We're just going to look at our reactants. We have nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. I've got a 3 here. I've got no number here. Don't assume that's a 0. Chemistry is all about, oopsie, the invisible 1. So we have 1 nitrogen gas to 3 hydrogen gases. This is our mole ratio of reactants, nitrogen to hydrogen. So let's say that I had 1 mole of nitrogen gas. How much hydrogen would I need to completely react all of that? Well, if my ratio is 1 to 3, then I need 3 moles of hydrogen gas. What if I had 2 moles of nitrogen? Well, my ratio is 1 to 3. If I multiply 1 by 2 to get 2, I have to multiply 3 by 2 to get 6 moles of hydrogen gas. And so we can scale our ratio up and down. Let's say that I had only 0.1 mole of nitrogen gas. How much hydrogen gas would I need to react with all of that 0.1 moles of nitrogen gas? Well, 1 divided by 10, 3 divided by 10, 3/10 of a mole of hydrogen gas. So these are equal quantities. What if I had 0.1 and 5? 5 is way more than 0.3. This is too much. It is in excess. I'm going to run out of that first. This is my limiting. What if I had 2 and 3? Well, I need 1 and 3. 2 is too much. It's in excess. I'm going to have leftover nitrogen, which means that my hydrogen would be limiting. So look at the ratio that you're given. Figure out which piece is too much or too little compared to the mole ratio in the balanced equation. That's your limiting if there's not enough, or if you have too much, it's your excess. So let's look at a question. I'm going to go through it. Feel free to pause the video, work it out on your own, and then come back and check. So 2 moles of nitrogen gas, 4 moles of hydrogen. So I have a 1 to 3 ratio, and I've got 2 to 4. 1 to 3, 2 to 4. If I scale up my 1 to 3, 2 to 6, I need 2 nitrogens and 6 hydrogens to be just right. 1 to 3 scales up to 2 to 6. I only have 4 hydrogens. That's not enough. This is going to be my living reagent. 4 moles of hydrogen is not enough hydrogen to react with all of the nitrogen. I need 6 hydrogens to react with 2 nitrogens. I've only got 4. Not enough. It's limiting, which means that this guy, the nitrogen, is in excess. How about this one? I've flipped the numbers. 4 moles of nitrogen gas, 2 moles of hydrogen gas. What's limiting? Well, again, we're going to look at our given ratio, 1 to 3. 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogens. I've got 4 nitrogen. So I'm going to scale my 4 nitrogens up. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12 hydrogens. To react all of my 4 nitrogens, I need 12 hydrogens. I've only got 2. This is not enough. This is my limiting. This is in excess. All right, we can also scale down these pesky decimals and fractions. I still have a 1 to 3 ratio. 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogens, making those 2 ammonias. I don't care. I just want the reactants. I have a 1 to 3 ratio. I have 0.5. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. So my 0.5 nitrogens, I need 1.5 hydrogens. I've got 1.5 hydrogens. Perfect. There is no limiting reactant. These guys are just right. Oh, this makes it harder. I've got mass instead of moles. We need moles. So step number 1 is actually to convert our grams into moles. I've got 2 grams of nitrogen gas. Nitrogen is 14.07, I think, on the Hansen periodic table. So 14, I'm just going to round to 14. 14 times 2, because I've got N2, 14 times 2 is 28 grams per mole. 2 divided by 28, handed into calculator, says 2 divided by 28 is 0.07 moles of nitrogen. Let's do the same thing for hydrogen. 4 grams of hydrogen. I have 1.01 times 2. I'm going to run 1.01 to 1. So hydrogen is going to be 2 grams, because I've got H2. Each H is a 1. 1 times 2 is 2 grams per mole of hydrogen. 4 divided by 2 is 2 moles of hydrogen gas. So I need a 1 nitrogen, 2, 3 hydrogens. I have 0.07 nitrogens. I need 0.07 times 3 is going to be 0.21 hydrogens. I need 0.21 hydrogens. I have 2 whole hydrogens. That's way more than I need. This is in excess, which means that this is my limiting reagent. Hopefully that helps. If you need more examples, don't hesitate to let me know.